ladies and gentlemen, to Train Sim World 2020. This Train Sim is, well, this season will be a 5 episode season up till Christmas. So you can expect 4 more episodes after this episode, like this or similar in nature. Okay, and today what we're gonna do, we're gonna basically you know, do some scenarios that basically are available to us. So first scenario we're gonna do the French connection. I believe that's Lewis to New Haven Harbour, of what I'm aware, or New Haven Harbour to Lewis. Not too sure which way it is. Then I think we'll do either the Eastbourne extension or the Eastbourne end, one of the two. Not too sure. We'll do like a few scenarios today anyway. Let's first do the French connection then, and this first scenario then today. You know, and yeah, obviously Train Sim World, by the way, just in case you're unfamiliar to what Train Sim World is, Train Sim World is basically a game where you get the opportunity to drive trains. It's basically a simulation. They've obviously added in new lines that you can now do. Obviously, one of them is now the Southern Railway line, from Eastbourne to Brighton and Seaford to Brighton line. So, yeah, some pretty cool lines, but anyway. So, here we are then. So, I'm going to presume that this is our train here. Let's have a quick look. Let's say it. No. So, first leg down to Luton. Okay, right, cool. So, yeah, this is our train. Let's open the door then. So, set the master key on. Okay, do that. So master key now on, forward, and now unlock all the doors. So you make sure all the doors are released. I believe this is only a 4-car train, apparently, according to this. Yep, it is. So right, we're literally waiting for the passengers to load. Once that yellow circle's basically done one full rotation, that means all passengers is loaded, and we can soon then leave the station and basically get on our way to New Haven Harbour. So just having a look at the stops, so just gotta wait for the green signal right now. So New Haven Harbour is actually the next stop, so it's only a stop, so shouldn't take too long overall. Alright, yellow, we can go. So we're due in at New Haven Harbour in approximately 12 minutes, which isn't that long. So we're due in at New Haven Harbour. You know, overall, like, but should be easily able to get there. And now take the train up to 40, but don't really want to go too fast because next signal is red. Now it's gone to yellow, so we can now start to move up the speed a bit more comfortably now. And now that's turned to green, so that's good. So, right, just exiting Lewis here, as you can see. I'm going to turn on my day running headlights, as you can see. I'm slightly speeding here, but that's okay. So now we'll go up to 50. Oh no, sorry, 60. So, yeah. We've got 12 minutes, by the way, before we're in at New Haven Harbour, which isn't really that long. Like, I don't really see any problem in it. 5 miles, should be able to do this quite quickly actually. So right, doing okay, got 4.9 miles to go. So we're due in at New Haven Harbour. Just show you what it's like from, let's say, a different camera. So, back to the driver's seat now, just showing you what it was like, you know, the outside of the train. It's a nice train actually, I'm not gonna lie. I quite like Southern Railway trains, they're okay, they're not bad. They get you to where you need going, I guess. Anyway, so we've got to slow down by 10 miles per hour here. Now go back up to 70. So only got 2.8 miles to go, and really that shouldn't take all that long. Should only take maybe another couple of minutes really. You know, before we're at New Haven town, then obviously it's New Haven Harbour, so yeah, it shouldn't really take all that long. Pretty short scenario. I don't know whether like we're going back to Lewis afterwards. I'm not too sure what we're gonna do like after like we've got to New Haven town, if you get where I'm coming from, because right now it's a very short scenario. I don't know whether that's the end of the scenario and it was that easy, but certainly wasn't a long scenario. Like only 2 miles really left now to go. So, yeah. So we've got 0.9 miles before we have to slow down to 35 mile per hour. Obviously, because we're going through a town, plus not only we're going through a town, but also basically, what you call it, going through a station, so not too long, 800 yards now. So I might just dial right now. Right, more or less slowed it down now to that 30 mile per hour mark that we're required. So next signal's yellow, which could indicate there's a train just up ahead of us after the next station, so we may have to wait a little bit, you know, I'm not too sure. Obviously, yeah, no signals red, so don't know whether that's due to a train being at the station ahead of us, or maybe it's because we're early, like by a good couple of minutes. You get where I'm coming from? Not sure. Oh no, it's because of New Haven Town. So literally, I've slowed down very fast. I thought it would be a train up ahead of us, but no. So there we go then, New Haven Town. This is the station. And then here, bit curvatured of a station overall, but nice and gently. There we go, that is now New Haven Town. So obviously we've made it quite easily on time. Apparently the ferry is ready for boarding, according to this. Even though, you know that ferry, I've never seen it move. So maybe it may be ready for boarding, but I tell you what, if it's ready for boarding, it doesn't ever appear to move much. Yeah. So it says to me, wait till 12:10 apparently. So got about a 2-minute wait now before we can basically start thinking about setting off right now. Anyway, just to show you a quick round New Haven Harbour. This is the station. In fact, okay, to tell you the truth, the last time I came to New Haven, okay, was about a year ago. Do not get off necessarily at New Haven Harbour. It's probably better if you get off at New Haven Town. Firstly, especially if you're early for the ferry, it's better that way because New Haven Town, there's a McDonald's local, just thought I'd let you know on that. Not only though is there a McDonald's, it's not just that, okay, the simple fact is, okay, it's just easier, and a bit closer to actually where you're going to check in at, so, you're probably better off getting off at New Haven Town than New Haven Harbour. It's entirely up to you. There isn't, as you saw, an awful lot in the difference between New Haven Harbour and New Haven Town. Literally less than probably 100 or a few hundred of yards. Certainly no miles in it. So yeah. But yeah, that's just my advice. That's from what I've experienced as well. Like, you know, New Haven Town, it's probably best if you get off at New Haven Town rather than New Haven Harbour. And again, not too much in the distance between the train stations, only a couple of 100 yards. It's rather pointless, really, you'd say, considering how close the two stations are, literally. But anyway. Not sure whether or not we continue the journey or what actually going to happen now. In a minute, saying lock the doors, so I don't know whether we continue on our way. Let's find out. So that's it. Thanks for lending a hand. So, right, so that's the end of then that scenario, I guess. Not sure what happens now. Do we get up and leave? Presume we do. Right, so how did we do? Did rather well. We got the silver medal, apparently. So yeah, there were some moments, maybe, you know, where, but not massive mistakes or errors. I think we did well. You know, like, yeah, we slowed down a bit early, but that's okay. In terms of my speed compared to the speed limit, I wasn't really ever above it massively. You know, maybe once or twice where maybe I went above it. But yeah, nothing really that would warrant you to say, "Oh, you were naughty, sir." No, 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 nothing like that at all. I was rather pretty controlled and accurate in my speed limit. Okay, that's pretty good to know. It's very good to know, of course. Right, how do we move forward? Right, so we'll do loose connection now. You know, I'm happy with the silver medal now. So we'll do loose connection. This will be scenario 2. I'm not sure how long this scenario will take us. That one was a rather quick one. Took us like no more than like 10 minutes really. You know, I think we just had a bit, well, I think that was very, very easy. I'm not going to be one to complain. I passed the scenario. Maybe I should have got a gold rather than a silver medal. I'm not going to lie there. But I passed the scenario very, very easily. We were like 3 or 4 minutes early. You know, yeah, you're not going to fail a scenario like that. And it's that easy. So, here's the second scenario of the day. Again, I presume this is our train. So this is apparently a semi-fast operation to Brighton and Hove Albion. So, obviously, hopping on board, just going to turn on these marker lights quickly, or tail lights. Then quickly go back down the other end, just make sure tail lights are on there as well. I know this is a bit of a waste of time, but at the end of the day, I like my trains to run with their tail lights on most of the time, because obviously it's actually how it should be, like, you know, realistically. Oh, crying out loud, what have I done here? This door should be shut, to tell you the truth. Oh well, right, tail lights are on now. You have to get up very good at. Right, shut that. So, it looks a bit wet as well, so we've got some wet conditions by the looks of it. I think another train's just joined us on the platform. Yeah, that door open. Yes, it is. Right, shut that. Come on. Sit down. For whatever reason, I have to sit down to close this door. It's very, very odd. Yeah. Oh, well, that was easy. There we go. Well, wait a minute. I've done something wrong there. These can be opened. What's for? See, but you can actually walk through this part of the train usually on most southern trains. Right. For 2 minutes now that's taken us. Anyway, so on. think all passengers have been loaded, not sure. Alright, cool. So, as soon as that goes green, basically we can go, which is obviously good. So I like sort of fear, which is good. So, yeah, looks a bit wet. I'm not going to turn on my windscreen wipers yet. As soon as it starts fogging up, that's when I will. Anyway, so we can probably, hopefully, start going soon. Let's have a quick look where our first stop is at then. And first stop, Hamilton Park. We're due in actually 2 minutes time, so we are going to be a bit late for that first stop, but we can go. It's not too long of a distance between here and Hampton Park, so I'm not sure whether or not we can make that time up. 1.8 miles. Gonna be a challenge, but I'm up for it. I like challenges, you know. Anyway, Exeter Eastbourne here then, as you can see. You know, so yeah, just leaving Eastbourne now. You know, it's not raining too hard, it's just raining light rain, light drizzle, which is okay, but yeah, it's not bad, it's not too great though. So yeah, next speed limit is 70, so you can take the train up. The only thing with longer trains, you have to wait just that extra, like, you know, bit to take the train up to the speed limit, which is a bit annoying, can be a bit frustrating, because it means you're going to have slower speed for a little bit longer. You got to wait until the whole train clears, by the way. That's the actual speed, so we're already running late, but, you know, we've only got a mile. We're probably going to be about a minute late, which isn't too bad, okay, considered all things. But yeah, still late. You know, not early. So here we go then. So we're obviously now, you know, driving off to Hampton Park, which is next up. As I say, due in about, well, we're due in now. Okay, we're not obviously at the station yet, or not arrived. We're about a minute late right now. That's probably due to turning on all the tailgate and tail lights and all that. But oh well. You know, it's okay by me. Yeah. So, obviously not too long now till our first station. So Hampton Park, then here, then obviously, so yeah, this is Hampton Park. Right, there we go, Hampton Park then. Just going to go into free cam mode, as you can see. So, did a pretty good, nice position in terms of how we stopped. Let's see how good and accurate this is. So, this is accurate from what I remember, because I've been here quite a few times. You have to walk up this little path here, go around here and up here. This is where the station is actually. Yeah, is it around about there? Can't see it, but oh well. Anyway, get back on, right, lock doors, here we go then. So we can now go to our next station. So right, let's go. Our next station is Holgate then. So 2.1 miles, not too long. We're due in about 4 minutes time. So yeah, I think we will make that. Roughly, shouldn't take too long to get to Polgate. You know, plus speed limits are going to be a little bit higher than what it was for the last leg of the journey. It's going to be 80 now rather than 70, but even if it was at 70 I wouldn't be too fussed anyway. So anyway, that's Hampton Park. Next stop's Holgate. Another place I know well. As I said, okay, I don't know whether it was in, not yesterday's video, I'm not too sure. I think it was actually. There's a good car boot sale here at Holgate. If you want to see it, like, I would recommend it, especially if you live close by. It's not one that you maybe want to come see if you live miles away. No, it's not like going to be the best one you ever see. No, I'm not going to make any lies about that. But if you want to go see it, I do recommend it because it is a good car boot sale. It's a decent one. It's one of the better ones up and down the country, I would say, and one I think you'd highly enjoy an awful lot. Then yeah, but that's obviously up to you whether or not you want to go see that car boot sale or not. Anyway, we're only 1.2 miles an hour from Holgate. We've got a speed limit change coming up very, very soon, so you have to slow down for that and bear that in mind. So just doing that, slowing down now, just so we don't speed here, 'cause that's the last thing we want, to really speed. So just make sure we slow down enough now. So just cruise at 42 miles per hour before we get to the actual speed limit. So we've got about a minute, by the way, before we're due in at Holgate. Like, again, should be easily able to do that. Like, a minute isn't too long to wait, really. The speed limit is now 90. So, more or less on time for this stop, which is good. Not late, not early. So yeah, that's obviously good then. So, on time now, once again, which is obviously good. Because it just means when you run an on-time service, of course, passengers not waiting long, there's no delays, better for us, of course, overall. So, alright, just have a look where's next. Next is investigate or something, I presume. I think. Oh, okay, right, investigate. Something, not too sure. Appears in do it manually, head down the train to C. So apparently you got a faulty door somewhere. So you gotta find that faulty door. Of course, not good because it caused a bit of a delay. There's a faulty door by the looks of it. Down here. Faulty door. Good. So shut this door as well. This is good. So small delay again, but part of a scenario. Our next stop is Berwick, then. Here we go. And let's go. Let's get on with it. So, Berwick connects. Obviously, again, we're due in at 1:02, and we've got about 4 minutes to get there. I think we should be able to do that. Again, speed limit is higher, don't look like that's going to change. So, majority of the speed limit is going to be 90 miles per hour to Berwick, you know, which isn't that bad indeed. So, again, should be able to keep on-time service here, just about, which is good. So, again, I don't know how we're doing in the scenario. I hope we're doing well. But yeah, we'll soon find out, won't we? Yeah. Apparently this was a semi-fast service to Brighton. It feels more like a stopper service to Brighton at the moment, from my own opinion. It certainly don't feel semi-fast as described, but it certainly feels fast enough, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, as I say, next is Berwick. You know, now myself, I've never been to Berwick. I don't know anything about Berwick. So, anyone from Berwick, tell me what it's like to live there. I'm pretty sure it's a nice place, I imagine. Again, close to the sea, because this whole line is really a sea line, to tell you the truth. Yeah. So 1.7 miles to go. Obviously that's rapidly coming down now. So, not too far now to the next station. Practically have arrived. Again, to get this in, gonna be a bit of a tight squeeze, so prepared for that. I think all doors opened except the last back one, not too sure. Let's have a quick look, because obviously, you know, not all doors necessarily open. Let's have a quick look here. Did all the doors open? Yeah, oh yeah, they did. So, probably not advisable to get out of the last door, not gonna lie. Anyway, so we've been asked to wait till 3:03, so we're running a bit early here now, which is in a way good, in a way it's not good, but you know, I guess it depends which way you look at it. So there's another train. I presume that one's heading towards Eastbourne. Well, it is heading towards Eastbourne. I shouldn't say presume, because I know it's heading towards Eastbourne. Right, next up is Glide. Again, another place. I'm not too familiar. I've heard of it a lot. Glide. Again, I'm not too sure whether it's a place you know, is popular or not. You know, again, I've heard of it, but never been there. So again, take this train now up to 90. Got 4.3 miles, and we're due in at 1:08:30. So I think we should easily be able to do that one. You know, gives us about 4 minutes to get to the destination where we need to go, which isn't bad. You know. So just have a look how many passengers we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 in the first part of the train, 12, 13. In fact, we better go back. We could be speeding by now. Shite. Not thinking about that, am I? I hope we're not speeding too much, but I don't know. Yeah, we are, just a little bit. So we've got about 13 right now, I've counted. Don't matter too much. That's gonna take a bit of a hit on our score. So, yeah. So, right, approaching glide, not too long now, gonna slow it down. So, obviously, stopping that glide. Then here. Again, don't have to rush anymore. Use some of the free cams now. If I did that, do we fit the whole train on the platform? Let's have a quick look. No, we didn't. Sunny thought it was going to be a bit of a short platform, almost a car short, basically. Anyway, we'll have a quick look at how many passengers there were. What's going on here? Let's have a quick head count. Right, we've got one. The one in that carriage. Carriage 2. This is carriage 2. 2 so far. 2 in that carriage. So carriage 3. Maybe we'll have 3, I don't know. 3. 4. So carriage 3 got 4, so what's that now? 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're already on 10. 11. So far 11 passengers in the second half of the train, 13 in the first, what I know. So yeah, basically, yeah. There's a fair amount of passengers, so what's that, 20 passengers roughly? Anyway, next up is Lewis. Got about 4 minutes till we're due in at Lewis. Which is a reasonable amount of time. Again, like, it's not an awful lot, you know, to do it in, but yeah, we should be able to do it. 4 minutes, 2.7 miles, you know, surely you got to be able to do that. Anyway, so yeah, we've got about 24 passengers right now on board on a rather large train. Certainly not going to be breaking the records anytime soon, put it that way, in terms of passengers. That's the thing I think about train sim. The train feels empty. It feels like if there was no passengers, it would make a difference, if that makes sense. I wish they could do something to rectify that, as in make it just feel a slightly bit more busy. I don't know, maybe add a few more passengers per carriage, because, you know, effectively the carriages are empty, every single carriage on this train, right now, and it sort of takes the, well, it takes it all apart, don't it, really? Let's face that. So, yeah. Right. I'm just gonna coast now. We're almost approaching that 70 mile per hour speed limit, so no point of going full tilt. Slow down, there we go. Again. Just slowing down here because obviously next speed limit's 40, so just want to make sure we're doing what we need to do to make sure we're on track, to make sure we're slowed down for that 40 mile per hour speed limit. Literally, you're like, it's almost, as soon as you get to this part, you're constantly slowing down. Next signal's yellow, so I imagine next one after is going to be red. Yes, it is. So right, we're halfway now to Brighton. We're at Lewis, which is about halfway from Eastbourne to Brighton. So we ain't got that far to go now. In all fairness, like, you know. So, right, so they're terminating the service here, apparently. So yeah, that's the end of this service, because apparently that door fault, you know, they don't want it to cause more delay, which is fair enough. So, that's the end of that journey, and that scenario. So, we got the silver medal again, which isn't too bad. Again, nothing really doing majorly wrong. For most part, I was okay. In terms of how I did, my actual arrivals were okay. We're a bit late into Hampton Park, but other stations we were more or less stop bang on time. In terms of stop accuracy, one of them at Berwick platform 1, very accurate my stop accuracy was, by the way. Yeah, you know, it weren't too bad indeed. So, again, that's taken us 20 minutes. Right, I don't really know whether I want to do another one or whether or not I've got time to do another one. But rather short. We'll do one more. Cutting the closure. Hopefully, again, it's not too long. You know. It depends what we've got to do, because obviously I don't want it to take too long. So yeah, this will probably be the final one then of the day then, ladies and gents, on this Train Sim World game. Yeah, I hope you've obviously enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, then please do make sure you do leave it a like, and then and obviously subscribe to the channel if you're new for more Train Sim World content. As I say, I'll be doing very, very similar episodes up till Christmas. 5 episodes, you know, up till Christmas. In fact, I'm not going to do this one, so yeah, I know I said I would, but nah, I don't want to take hold of that train. Get me away. Yeah, I'm certainly not taking hold of that train, because that train is slow, sluggish, and annoying to drive. I've driven one of them trains. So yeah, until then, the next time, folks, see you then or next time. Have a great day. See you then.